Go to work naked day is now a mandatory national holiday. Which jobs have the worst outcome from this? Welders. Ooh, spicy raindrops. When the incandescents burn my balls just like spicy raindrops, Mary Jane is the only thing that makes the pain stop. Insulation installers, pink fiberglass everywhere. Edit, which job has never been in a porn plot? Firefighters. Use your hose. No, the other one. He's got a good flow going, Sarge, and he's not going to be able to turn it off easily. But we're rescuing a cat from the tree. Party clown, even worse if it is for a child's birthday. Look, children, a dachshund. Squeaky noises and now it's a giraffe. Squeaky noises and now it's a teddy bear. Screams of horrified children. Septic tank divers. On the upside, if they need to take a dump they can just do it without having to stop working. Always shit on company time. Grade school teachers. People who are homeschooled are freaking out. RN. What are you doing, step instructor? As a homeschooler I hate this. Fry cook. Kitchen work in general. I'm a chef. Judging by the amount of burns on my arms, I would burn my dick off in like an hour. Once at the end of working in a seasonal cooking job I made good on my promise to show up to work in nothing but apron and Crocs. I lasted 10 minutes on the line before bailing to get something between my skin and hot grease. So I can confirm that cooking naked is a terrible idea. Forgot my work backpack once and had to work the first hour of my shift in my Crocs while waiting for my roommate to drop off my non-slips. I don't know how the hell you made it all 10 minutes without slipping and dying because I sure as hell came close a few times, haha. As a chemist, I think he'll just call in sick. Magician. Hey mister, where were you hiding those handkerchiefs? Literally a recurring nightmare of mine. I am a teacher, older kids 12 to 18. Same, I teach 13 years olds. This is my back to school eve nightmare. I would keep a sick day aside just for this. I also teach 13-year-olds. I'm a dude. There's no way I could even show up without getting some heinous accusations. Parents just don't respect go to work naked day anymore. Astronauts Lamau. Naked in a space suit. I mean that would probably be the most uncomfortable thing, wouldn't it? I was thinking just naked in space Lamau, no space suit. Technically a Peking, as declared by NASA, the space suit is actually considered an EVA vehicle, not necessarily a piece of workwear, as it contains its own atmosphere. EVA vehicle, I get what this means in reality, same category as stuff like the moon buggy, but it's funny to think about how this is an extravehicular activity vehicle. Haha yay. It's a carrier craft kinda strange relationship. The adult industry would experience confusion over who belongs in front versus behind the camera. Cameraman finally gets to shoot his shot. Jackhammer operator. I think the unhindered jangling of your bits while operating a jackhammer would be mesmerizing. Maybe even like a fan that goes at the exact right speed so that it appears to not be moving at all. You've got a beautiful way with words. Job with both the best and worst, waitressing or anything with tips. My friend was waitressing and was wearing a skirt that was a bit too big for her. She was carrying a tray of food. Her skirt fell to the floor. She was just standing there in front of her table, and the entire restaurant, in just a G-string. She had to stop and carefully put down the tray before pulling her skirt back up. And then of course continue to serve them the rest of the evening after humiliating herself. Edit, for all those asking, I am not sure about the tip, sorry. I really hope it was good. Also, I agree that G-string and a skirt is a dangerous game. It was a pretty conservative skirt, but still. I'm guessing she learned her lesson. Ha. Well, at my job I sit in a small, private room with one kid at a time all day, so, I'm gonna say, my job. Child psychologist or child psychiatrist. Could be a private tutor for school or music. where they would be getting close to the kids to demonstrate and give positive feedback and praise. Guys, you're all wrong, he's a Discord moderator. I think I'd have it pretty rough as security. Hess got a piece on him. Yeah, I'll say edit, thank you for the awards, I'm glad people are enjoying this as much as I did typing it out. Middle school teacher. Imagine the comments by immature teen boys. I know someone in this job who looked young for her age and was only about 4.5 feet tall. She had an entire suite of mom is pissed body language and facial expressions to cow whole rooms full of kids, and pretty much had to, purely as a defensive measure. I'm 411 and work as an art teacher at a summer camp where the majority of the other workers are teenagers who don't care about the job or are too nervous to discipline the campers, so most of the scolding happens to come from me. But I'm also a voice actor. In short, I can really yell, and my voice carries. If I use my extra mean voice I can get them to stop in their tracks. I used to go to a camp all the time as a kid where this one counselor was known as the loud one. We even turned him yelling "boys get to the logs" into a campfire song. Mall Santa's edit, my most upvoted post is about naked mall Santa's lamau. Bravo, this one got me. Construction workers or polar explorer. Do the construction workers get to use a tool belt? Nope. Nature's pocket only. Ah, the old prison wallet trick. Strippers. Less business that day, probably. Everyone is at Hooters. They'd be called dressers for the day. Yeah, baby, put it all on. Specialized trauma victim psychologist. Oh dear. It's okay. If you helicopter it in the opposite direction, you undo the damage. Or hypnotherapy. Military, especially in an active war zone. I dunno, man, if a dude is crazy enough to charge at me nude, my first instinct might be to run and not let the nude dude wrestle me to the ground. General Butt Naked did exactly that. Hope. Anything that isn't working in an office. I've seen the guys that work in an office. I really don't think I'd be comfortable seeing more of them. Yeah, but construction? Welding? Police and fire? Hopefully it's during a nice time if year or any outside work could become deadly. I'd rather see a building full of unreasonably shaped people all day than watch Johnny Electrician get zapped because his hang down got in the way as he leaned over. Software engineer, not from a safety standpoint, but I don't want to see these people naked. Software engineer here, can attest. God awful being a groomer. I get enough hair splinters wearing clothes. Hair splinters? You'll get one at some point. It's the same as any other splinter. Alligator feeder at zoo. This is normal in Florida, it's hot and Florida man ain't got time to get dressed before wrangling him some gator. Working in a cranberry marsh seems like a really bad one. Do cranberries have thorns? Or is it the spiders? It's the spiders. Did you know facts.com? It turns out Teresa reason cranberry spiders ask prospective employees if they're comfortable with spiders, and it's a pretty wild one. Pretty inclusive work environment that they have spiders doing hiring interviews. You're going to have 100 wolf spiders trying to climb your eyebrows, and now I want to know the spider leg quality control cutoff point of cranberry products. People giving sexual harassment seminars. Okay, I'ma leave now. Rule number 1 of how to not sexually harass. Don't be naked. I've volunteered to provide an example of what not to do. Now I'll pick a person from the crowd to help me demonstrate another thing you should never do. I'm a children's psychologist. So, yeah, I'd probably call in sick that day, or get sick after my first meeting. You actually have it the best. Think of all the kids you'll traumatize and who'll need your help to overcome it.